Quiet, age 25, China. He beat Lupanji to reach the quarterfinal. Quiet by name and quiet by game. This player made a big impression in the early days, and this being the World Finals and his first time ever abroad, he'll be going all out. Tali, age 33, Vietnam. He beat Amaterasu to reach the quarterfinal. Regarded by many as one of the best players in the world, Tali is such a fierce competitor, he even missed his daughter's first birthday to compete. We won't tell her if you don't.
I'm hoping for a 2-1. I know everybody else is. Let's see what happens in game number 1.
I think this is also interesting because it marks the first time that we've got players from a very close region who are going to be competing with each other. Quiet from China and Tali from Vietnam are virtually neighbors at this point, but in the World Finals, they've also proven that they're co-competitors at a very similar level of play. We're seeing Tali start off with a Goblin Hut. Maybe he's playing another one of those siege decks that we saw earlier in the match.
Yeah, a miner going to get stomped down from the Mega Knight. It's just going to fall from the sky and do work there. The Spear Goblin, it's going to hang behind the Mega Knight. The miner coming in the back, going to get a lot of chip damage, but we see that looming P.E.K.K.A. to clear out the Mega Knight. You do not want to see a P.E.K.K.A. when you have a Mega Knight in your hand.
You certainly don't in chat. Pretty dangerous. Keep that P.E.K.K.A. far away. Miner in your hand, safe at bay. Left side attack is going to be Goblins making their way toward the tower, not getting a stab off though. Quiet holding on strong to defense. He's the soft, strong type, isn't he, in chat?
Yeah, the soft, strong, and lethal.
The silent, strong.
Yeah, the silent, strong, and lethal.
Yeah.
Well, Goblin Hub from both players here.
But deadly.
Ooh, silent. Well, it looks like it's almost the exact same deck. With the addition of the P.E.K.K.A. instead of the Mega Knight, we're going to see maybe that might be the difference in this matchup. But when two decks are this similar, it's almost always who plays the deck better, who makes that one crucial play in the match. That's going to determine it. Miner coming in, and that's going to get a ton of damage as the Mega Minion has to waddle really far. It doesn't, quite move as fast and nimble as those small minions. It's kind of got a lot of armor on it, so it takes a little bit of time to get there.
He's got tiny little wings, but he still manages to fly across the arena. Miner soaking for this Inferno Dragon at the left side. Mega Minion not going to make it all the way there. Looks like they're playing very similar decks indeed. I think that if I were to just look at this match on paper beforehand, I would say that Quiet's P.E.K.K.A. would give him the edge over Tali's Mega Knight. That's typically an exchange that goes in favor of the heavy hitting single target beast, the P.E.K.K.A. herself. But so far, Tali's been playing perfectly, stabbing away every chance he gets onto the left side tower and trying to prevent those big exchanges from happening. But hold on, this is a 3 Muskie deck. Quiet is bringing in the big guns.
Yeah, Tali cannot believe it as the Mega Knight's already dropped on the field. There's the Muskies on the right-hand side. The Miner comes in as well with the Mega Minion. He's taking a ton of damage on this right-hand side as a Muskie is locked on. The Miner has to be played on defense, and just like that, quietly gets right back into this match, but his left-hand side tower is in trouble.
P.E.K.K.A. to defend against the Mega Knight, but look out because the Inferno Dragon's trying to burn him down. Zap coming on in from Quiet to help her out, but it still looks like she's beleaguered with so many troops stacking up right on top of her. Miner at the back left is uncontested. Finally, an Electro Wizard comes down to finish him off, able to zap and reset his targeting, but left side down to 430, means that it's awfully close to poison cycle range in chat. Yeah,
that Spear Goblin came around the back as well and threw a spear in it, and this is going to be the last push that Quiet has to come back or even try to win this game. 3 Musketeers split here. Poison and Zap is not going to be enough, but Poison and a Miner shot or two could be the game. So he's got to block the Miner, always have enough elixir to save himself from a Miner, but the Inferno Dragon, he's up, is he going to zap it? The P.E.K.K.A. is going to get turned around from the Mega Knight. Beautiful defense from Tali, and here comes the assault.
We're in double elixir overtime right now, so the next kill will get it. One Goblin sneaks in, and that's all Tali needed. Poison added on top is going to be plenty of overkill as Tali takes the first battle, the dueler reigning supreme in this match.
He controlled the game the entire match. The only time where he didn't was in the middle there when that 3 Musketeers was like, oh no. He stopped it, got it back in its favor, and then took the game with a little minor chip here, minor chip there. But let's get into game number 2. Tali gonna start off with another Goblin Hut, and just like that, a Spear Goblin strikes first as it's gonna do a little bit of damage here, a little Raphael.
I think I've got Deja Vu right now.
Deja Vu.
Yeah, we're seeing lots of spawners so far in this tournament. A surprising turn of events, given that we didn't see a whole lot of them in competitive play leading up to now. But the metagame changes every so often, and we see different cards becoming popular. Looks
Musketeer.
Yeah, Musketeer, the single lone lady of Devastation. She's going to be moving in the left side with a couple of Spear Goblins to help her out.
Yeah, most people play Electro Wizard in this slot, but oh, it does get a shot off on the Goblin Hut. Takes a little bit of chip damage, but it's got a lot of health and a lot of Spear Goblins come out of that thing.
I'd say Quiet's doing pretty well in Elixir right now. He's just got to be worried about Tali putting that left side tower to ruin. It's a good play to use the Furnace out the left lane. The thing that I'm concerned about, though, is that Goblin has a pretty good counter to Furnace. The fact that it's got that little bit of range damage to soak just a little Fire Spirit here and there, I think he doesn't have a whole lot to worry about. They're relatively even matched at the 4 and 5 cost, but there's not going to be a whole lot of value for the Fire Spirits or the Spear Goblins.
Yeah.
In this exchange.
Yeah, and me and Rumham were saying earlier, this might be the secret sauce that wins the tournament, Quiet's deck. So I think all the players right now are very, very, very intently watching this game to see how Tali plays versus this double spawner. I feel like everybody's got to be very, very, very aware of how to stop this, because it's going to change the game.
Mega value poison able to hit the Goblin Hut, the Miner, or excuse me, the Tower, the Musketeer supporting that Miner out the left lane. Quiet gets the turnaround he's been looking for all game and almost gets a Mega Minion to lock the tower. Being able to take out the Bandit is just about as good as anything, though, and Quiet going in on the offense has started to turn the tide of this match.
Yeah, and so much damage coming off on that tower. The Furnace and the Goblin Hut just kept on adding pressure, and now you see Quiet with a pretty big Elixir lead in this matchup. Spawners equal Elixir advantage if you're able to play them continuously and get them down, and you can only poison one, you can't poison both.
Often not. It seems like the center of the arena is the preferred placement for that Goblin Hut, while the Furnace is often going to the back. Another clutch poison play from Quiet, gets reliable tower damage, clips the Goblin Hut on the left, on the right, and the Musketeer out on the left.
Yeah, the Bandit's coming in here, but Fire Spirits are going to do so much work. Oh, the Electro Wizard kind of just saps the ground there as the Bandit phases right through.
He was having trouble with this Musketeer. She can't do a whole lot of things better than the Electro Wizard. She doesn't have spawn damage, but she has single target damage that's a bit stronger than the Electro Wizard. That's where she can shine, but look out, she's about to get a big shiny sword crash down upon her head. Pekka gets the chop in there, and Tali is on defense in a troublesome position now with Mega Knight defending against Pekka. Not a good setup at all.
No, these Mega Minions for Quiet have been doing so much work clearing out these Mega Knights, and once again it clears out another Goblin Hut. I think that's the second Goblin Hut it's cleared out by just swiping.
Be careful though, because Tali is actually pulling ahead in damage. He's looking pretty strong here, even though his individual pushes haven't really been able to connect very hard. The reliable just splash from the poison and consistent shutdown of these spawners from Quiet have kept Tali ahead. Another Miner connects, and that's chip damage again. The Mega Minion's able to swat it down, but not before he gets a few hits off.
No, whoop. Miner comes in, but here's the thing. He keeps on minering Musketeers, so every single time he starts, knocking down the Muskie, he loses that reliable tower damage from the Miner. He's getting super value poisons, but he's not getting, what? He sneaks another Miner
Bandit
through.
Tearing down the Goblin Hut. It's reducing Quiet's win condition down to nothing. He's got to make this last and final push work, because Tali's poison's going to be able to finish this game off. A Miner coming in to support this push from Quiet, but it's looking awfully dangerous. His game-winning streak might be over as Tali is tearing a big one. But look out, this Pekka's getting close. The Miner, oh my God! Quiet turns it around after all!
I don't believe it! Tali went in for the Miner, and Quiet quietly took down the tower with the Electro Wizard and Mega Minion combination. Tali just didn't even realize that was gonna take it out. He thought he had enough health, but the Mega Minion and E-Wizard just destroyed his left-hand side tower. Hopefully Tali can just say, forget about that. We're gonna go into game 3, just like we did the beginning of game 1, beginning of game 2, and take game number 3. But that's hard to do, Woody.
Felt like a total Wile E. Coyote moment there. The Predator going in for his final kill. Upset as the Roadrunner just manages to escape. Quiet gets a great upset, but is in a lot of difficulty here. A Graveyard splashing on in. Hasn't actually damaged the tower at all yet. Nice defensive poison there. Keeps him alive, yeah.
Yeah, he does have a Furnace now. It looks like Quiet is going to run the Furnace Spear Goblin Hut deck again.
Knight taking a little bit of damage from the Fire Spirits. Not looking too confident here, but poison does come in time from Tali to be able to take out the Furnace. A little bit of chip damage onto the tower. Tali ahead in damage, but Quiet about 4 elixir ahead right now. Starts off with a Mega Minion in the back left.
Just
for
a
his next
cycle.
Push.
Yep, just a cycle to a Goblin Hut. He knows he's ahead in elixir, and Tali can't do anything about this hut. It's just going to get continuing. It's going to get continued value. Once again, another Musketeer.
The most value.
The most value.
Out of all the huts. It's Jabba the Hutt in the center.
Oh, there
Spitting
it
out
is.
goblins like there's no tomorrow. In the back left, we got a Graveyard, but a defensive poison once again from Tali that's able to one-shot the skeletons. A little bit of a misplacement there. It actually is allowing some of the skeletons to break through in the bottom. A tiny bit of damage for Tali, but Quiet is still looking relatively firm in his footing here.
Yeah, Tali's Musketeer took down the E-Wizard, took down a little bit of that hut, and now another Furnace comes down from Quiet, and that's just going to be a poison. I think Tali realized he's just going to go for the poison cycle. Every single time you drop that Furnace behind your tower, I'm going to get the 240 damage in your tower and almost nuke the entire Furnace.
Cha-ching, cash out that value, 4-for-4 trade, and you just need a little bit of an ice golem back to soak some of the damage.
Ooh.
Oh no, what?
Goblin Hut in the back. This could be graveyarded down with the Graveyard, and there it is. Tali's gonna throw a Graveyard out. Is the Hut gonna be able to survive this?
I'm not entirely sure. That's an offensive poison from Tali, taking out the Electro Wizard out front, clipping the tower, the Mega Minion, and taking care of a couple of Spear Goblins there. Left side is the P.E.K.K.A. play from Quiet. He found his opportunity now in double elixir time to put a big push together. Can he get the hit on tower that was denied so many times in the last game?
Yeah, another Hut comes down from Quiet here, and he's got this big bad P.E.K.K.A. with the poison, and look at these Spear Goblins. They're adding up. He's already got 4 or 5 on the field.
Tornado pulls all the troops away, and plenty of range damage from the Musketeer and Cannon Cart. Destroy that push. Tali looking strong on defense, barely took any damage at all, but it's still even more spawners in the back from Quiet.
Yep, and a poison is just gonna get a lot of chip damage.
That's an offensive poison though, no defense from Quiet this time. Takes a ton of damage out the left as the skeletons and spell damage tick it down to 837. Quiet has been struggling to get a connection so far this game. He's only got that left side of Tali down to 2144.
Yeah, and there's a Knight coming down from Tali. Quiet needs to find a way to get this P.E.K.K.A. to the tower. Otherwise, I think he loses the game if this P.E.K.K.A. doesn't connect or even get close. But there is a poison from Quiet. Gotta clear out everything. A Graveyard poison comes down from Tali, and it's only a matter of time. The P.E.K.K.A. goes back, and this is the push that Quiet needs to do. It's now or never. P.E.K.K.A. Electro Wizard on the left-hand lane. Cannon Cart coming down from Tali.
A second P.E.K.K.A. going absolutely crazy on the left side. Quiet adds on another big heavy hitter out in front, but the Cannon Cart still looking pretty healthy in the back. Mega Minion swooping on in to give her a little bit of cover between fire, but look out because the Cannon Cart's already gone down. Tali on defense is hit another really precarious position here. Zap goes down to try to reset the Musketeer, gets the job done. The Mega Minion getting in close, but can't quite reach the tower. Meanwhile, Miner tears it down at 1036. One more big hit like that from Quiet, and he's won the game, but can he stay in there long enough in chatting?
I don't know, it's gonna be close. P.E.K.K.A. trying to survive. Are the Skeletons gonna get value? A defensive Graveyard poison, and all right, he's gonna survive this, but Tali's gotta cycle back to poison as fast as humanly possible. That's his goal right now. Drop everything, tornado everything back, and poison. That's what Tali's gonna be doing. Musketeer and Cannon Cart on defense. There's the tornado to pull everything back. The Miner coming in from Quiet. It's gonna get Mega Minion down, and
not enough.
One more
Not
poison.
enough in chatting. Left side tower for Quiet is within poison range. At a Graveyard on top for even more pressure. Tali has done it. He's going to the semifinals.
and Tali will be our last semi-finalist. He'll be going up against Sergio Ramos. Music Master is going to be going up against Wins, and unbelievable matchups.